Silent Legion, Azrael, like always, and the continuation of Dance Gavin Dance, Bloodsucker. The last one was kind of what the hell was going on? I was more intrigued by the freaking music video than the actual music itself. For anybody that doesn't know, that I've listened to was it 4 now? Is this the 4th one or the 3rd one? Or have we done 3 or done 4? Or is this the 4th one? We've done a few Dance Gavin Dance, and for the most part, it's not screaming out to me, right? I haven't really liked a lot of their songs. Not that I thought they were bad. And I want to make that pretty clear. It's, I was saying this on the 21 Pilot reaction. A lot of the music that I've been reacting to, it's not something I think is bad or I dislike it. It's just not been my thing. So that's one of the only reasons why we're still checking out Dance Gavin Dance, is because I like the band, dude. I like the music that goes into these songs. The lyrics just haven't really hit me, haven't really struck me. Some people are saying they're very original, they're very this, they're very that, and that's your opinion. I know there's a lot of people that think that they're just the most unique thing in the world, and that's just kind of unrealistic for anything right now. There's very few things that are just out of nowhere. Everybody's inspired by something, right? For the most part. Like 99.9, right? Of like a lot of stuff that's coming out is inspired by something else or their own version of it. Not to say this, but I'm more talking about like shows and stuff. But music as well. Like they're in a genre that they didn't create. So let's be real here. It's not like groundbreaking. They're in a genre, and so and that may seem kind of harsh or anything like that. But I'm just trying to make sure. There's some people that were literally like, what do you mean, man? The vocals, I've never heard the vocals at all, man. The vocals are just like their own thing, and I've never heard anything like it. Well, you live under a rock. I'm sorry. But like I said, I like what they're doing. It's just it hasn't grabbed me. Like I said, I don't think it's bad. It just hasn't grabbed me. So that's why we're continuing our journey with the Dance Gavin Dance music to see if we can find something that goes on that playlist. You know what I mean? So let's just get into it, check it out, see what it's all about. Oh, please God, let it be good. I'm running from this dick right. You gotta eat right. You gotta eat right. I'm not looking down and then looking away. I'm a cook up right like a cook up fillet. Nobody up here has been talking today. Well, I didn't even like it when you had to say. Do you even love it? Do you even love it? That's your own mother. Bloodsucker.
Somehow you can breathe. Somehow, what a waste of paradise, sucking life. You become predictable. Why you play is typical. Settled in the victim's role, you flourish in the pain.
Okay.
I figured that was another asteroid. My coke's inside this bloody wreck. I'm in a stats class smoking crack shit. When I crawl from another grace and peace. You're running from this dick right. You gotta eat right. You gotta eat right. Do you even love it? Do you even love it? That's your own mother. Bloodsucker.
Yeah, guitar, baby.
Why you play is typical. Settled in the victim's role, you flourish in the pain. Facts, you love to be attacked. The retroactive pieces fit to match all your embellishments. Settled in the victim's role, you flourish in the pain. I will watch you suffer like a good consumer should. Popcorn in my belly tells me you're misunderstood.
kind of lyric is that?
I feel nothing. Am I becoming desensitized to virtues?
Alright.
Judgments, they're scowling. Pigeons, they're howling. Nobody stops to listen. You gotta pay on alcohol to hang out in a shopping mall. There's nothing left to buy that isn't cheaper of mine.
I think we found the winner, man. It's an 8. It's an 8. You know what sucks is I've had computer issues recently, and this effect on their fucking song, it does not help me. Yeah, it's definitely them. I just wanted to make sure, just a little bit. All right, man. I think they call them cleans, and I think dirty as far as vocals go. I think they did the dirty ones went so like Knights of the Abyss almost, right? Like just so in it. Like there's some people that do like the dirt or grunge, what I don't want to call it grunge, but like the dirty vocals, whatever that is. Some of their songs I felt like they did it, but they did it very light. In this song, I felt like they went definitely a bit more heavy into it. They didn't just kind of like try to make it like the most understanding thing ever. Like, you know what I mean? Like when they're like, but you can understand what it is. You're like, oh, okay, it's kind of like light. You know, that's kind of watered down, in my opinion. And it feels like they went a little bit more heavy on that end, and the clean side of it. It has that like that dual layering of the voice or whatever it is. Like let's get to let me see if I can find a section of it. It's. Right here. That part there. They definitely that part right there, those cleans with that kind of like what seems like either somebody else in the band singing with them, you know, or they layered his voice twice, you know, in a lower capacity, which you hear sometimes. That kind of effect, when you hear, I've always just been a general fan of that. If you don't do stuff like that, you don't have someone else singing with you in that kind of way, and, you know, what it's going to come down to is, do people like your voice or not, right? And if you or get angry at me because I'm like, I don't really like the voice like that. I mean, that's a you problem. That's not a me problem. If I'm just not a fan of that kind of singing, I'm just not a fan of that, right? Music is very picky for people. And although I do like a lot of stuff, if, like, say he was just singing outright with nothing else, no, not operatic, but whatever that is, if he was just singing himself, and it's easier for someone else, whether it's me or anyone else, to go, that's not my thing, right? Because it's him, and it's just without anything added to it. It's just him, without anybody else helping him. It's him. I think it's Murder Mitten. They have a song that I really like. I can't actually remember the name of it. The dude has a voice where he can carry a note, even if you're like on his singing, whether it's the style or how he sounds. He carries that note so long that I'm like, I like that. It sounds good for me. With the vocals, if you don't do something specific, it's very easy for people to go, I do or don't like the voice, right? With Merman, I like the way the guy sings. They kind of have an effect with his kind of a voice, I think, in general as well. But he can also hold a note, which is like, oh, that's really cool. With this, it didn't really matter if it was his voice or not. They had, somebody else singing along with him, or like I said, it was layered over. You can kind of hear it a little bit. There's just something about it that was not just plain him, and that kind of harmonizing is what I guess I meant to say. When you hear the harmonizing, that can make anything usually, oh, that's fucking cool. Harmonizing for anything is just is something that usually reverberates for most people as a dude, that's fucking sick. Why you hear duets do it, and when bands like this have that going on, when they have the lead singer and like the drummer singing something together like that, you're like, dude, that fucking sounds awesome. I really like that. And that I feel like there was a little bit of that going on here, which is why I was definitely into the song. I like the song. I give it an 8, easy, and I put this in my playlist. No, 100%. Not even a question. It was a good song. I liked it a lot, and I'm finally glad we got something from them, which was lyrics or vocals and the actual band coming together in something. Because I like the band. The music's really good. It was just the lyrics. I was just like, it doesn't really get me, right? So, with that being said, it's like the fact that the band and the lyrics, the vocals came together, it was a pog for me, man. I really enjoyed it. So, hey, we finally found one. And I was going to keep going, but this definitely gives me more motivation and more desire to check out more Dance Gavin Dance. So with that, I'm going to get out of here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see whatever video I'm doing next. Later, guys. And we found one. Hey, I'm pretty excited for it. I can't really show my excited because it's actually really hot. So I'm just going to go now. Later.